Bill Self is recovering tonight after a health scare sent him to the hospital. He will not coach the team tomorrow night. KCTV5 Sports Director Marlia Campbell joins us in studio with the latest. Marlia?
Well, just a few hours ago, the Kansas Athletic Department told us Self felt, quote, under the weather today and was taken to Lawrence Memorial Hospital out of what they call an abundance of caution. He received IV fluids while there. Self is feeling better tonight, but did not travel with the team to Boulder. The Jayhawks play Colorado tomorrow night. This isn't the first time in recent years health issues have kept Self sidelined. You'll recall he missed the Big 12 and NCAA tournaments in 2023. He was hospitalized again last July after having 2 stents inserted to treat blocked arteries. Norm Roberts stepped in as acting head coach in 2023. With Roberts now retired, associate head coach Jeremy Case would be next in line to coach tomorrow night. Lauren.